Have you always wanted a real relationship with God but not sure how to get it?
So, Caitlin, let's talk about this in the context of our friendship and what that looks like.
Well, first off, we're not close just because I sing about you. Amazing Caitlyn, how sweet the friend that knows a wretch like me.
Secondly, it's not enough just to talk about somebody.
Yeah, no matter if it's good or bad, it still doesn't make me know you anymore if I'm just talking to people about you.
Right. I can tell people about you all day long, but unless I'm really talking to you, it's not an indicator of our friendship and how deep our friendship goes.
Exactly. It's so amazing. You won't believe what she did. She sent me flowers, and it wasn't even my birthday. How sweet is she? She's the greatest. She's amazing. That's all I can say. Indescribable how great she is. Next, you can't really know someone simply by just reading about them.
So it's not enough just for me to read about Anne of Green Gables. Just because I read about her doesn't make me Anne of Green Gables. Red hair not. It's not enough just to read about somebody. Like, I can read a biography of Abraham Lincoln. And if he was still alive, right, yeah, it doesn't necessarily mean that I knew him personally or that I know who he was. I think that happens a lot throughout history. Like, people that lived in the past, all we have are their own writings. But some things just come down to speculation. Yeah. Even now.
Yeah, we know facts about the people, but we don't know exactly what they were like. Right. We don't know how they talked or what they did when they were upset. You know, we don't.
Like, even if I had your diary, it doesn't mean that I would know your personality or what your voice sounded like or like who you were as a person. So reading about somebody doesn't necessarily mean that you know all about them.
Yeah.
All right, time to email Caitlin. Hey, Caitlin. Got your letter. Thanks. Bye. Send. Okay. Time to go play some b-ball.
And you're definitely not closer with someone just because you know some corny cliche about them. And
it's kind of like the term connected at the hip to describe friends or family. But even if I went and told my, another friend or my mom that you and I are connected at the hip, it doesn't necessarily mean connected at the hip. It's just a cliche, but there isn't necessarily any meaning behind it.
And you might not even believe it. You just know to say it, but you don't believe it.
It's a figure of speech, but in reality really is kind of empty. Or telling somebody flippantly, oh, I'll pray for you. I mean, why don't we just stop right then and pray with the person? How hard could that be? You know what I mean?
With me in spirit. She always loves me, even when I don't feel it. She is the only friend I need. Whenever I'm in need, I just say, W.W.K.D. What would Caitlyn do?
So these are all great ways to deepen your relationship with someone or to talk about your relationship with someone, but you don't have a relationship with someone just because you're talking about them. You have to talk to the other person and get to know them for more than just a few sentences a day.
Yeah, especially since that person is always with you. Thanks.
You're welcome.
God wants an intimate relationship with us. He is constantly pursuing us. He has gone over halfway to get to us. He broke down the barrier between us and him
And he wants us to talk to him more than just when we desperately need help. An earthly relationship could never survive or thrive with just these few passing words.
It would not be enough if you were with me all the time and I occasionally said something to you, or if I just emailed you every now and then. I mean, friendship you have to work at. It takes hard work.
And when she does things for me, I thank her.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't ignore her and say, oh, I did this on my own, when
Exactly.
she really gets the credit. So if you didn't get anything else from this video, here's the one thing I want you to understand. You need to communicate with God. And when you start talking to him, you'll be surprised how much you can hear him talking back to you.
So it all comes down to communication. Just like Caitlyn and I, we stay in touch. That's how we cultivate our friendship. That's how you cultivate your relationship with the Lord. You listen, you talk, and you do that by reading his word, going to church, singing praise songs like we talked about. But all of those other things are meaningless if you're not actually communicating. So that's what it all comes down to, and that's how you grow in your relationship with the Lord.